I'm Nathan Smith and I'm with Sprint, and today I'm here to talk about the Echo device that we just announced. So the Echo is the latest device from Kyocera, and it's the first device in the world that actually supports a true multitasking, multi-touch screen, okay? So what I'm going to show you here is, first of all, when you start off with the phone, it's running Android 2.2. It's got a 1 gigahertz processor in it. So it's like standard Android. It has 5 screens, 2 to the left, primary screen, and then 2 to the right, okay? So just like normal, you can have your shortcuts, okay? And then you can start your applications in single mode if you want to, right? So just standard aspect there, okay? But now where the magic starts is this thing, it has a hinge on it, okay? This hinge right here. And the hinge can actually go in 2 positions. It can actually go that way, okay? Which is really good if you're like trying to do like a game or multiple applications, or if you want to go more tablet style, which is traditional, you can lay it flat, okay? And so it can go that way, okay? Now, so you can do a couple things here. So the first thing you can do is, like, if you want to just open an app, like email, for example, right? So email is taking advantage of the full tablet layout size screen, okay? All right. So this is a third larger, it's 3.5 inch screens, but combined is 4.7 inches, which is a third larger than the largest phone that we currently have, which is the Evo, okay? Now, the thing about it, what I can do now is I tap on it and a second window pane automatically pops up. So pretty similar to what you may be using on your desktop, all right? So now I have that capability, okay? So, but what's pretty cool though is that now, another feature I can do is I can actually double tap on like that, and I can actually open up another application, okay? So I can have, now I have seen my browser open, okay? So now not only am I doing my email, but I'm also have my browser page open and I can go to different things. So let's say now I have CNN.com, let's say I want to go to Facebook and check my status, or I want to go to Twitter and tell people about that, but now my Facebook page is pulled up here now, right? So I can do that, okay? And the other things I can do is say, hey, I want to change my focus of this. So now my browser page is right over here and I swap my email over here, right? Okay? And but the other thing I can do now is say, okay, now I want my email to go away. Now I can make it pop back over here and do that, okay? All right? So that's an example of there, all right? So some other things I can do is I can actually, within my application, build it to take advantage of the dual screen approach, okay? So example of this is a game called Sims, all right? So Sims, pretty similar to how you might like have a traditional game player like a Nintendo DS or something like that, right? So I have my controllers at the bottom and I have my graphical output on the top here, right? So I hit the play button here, okay? So now I actually go into game mode, right? So I adjust it now. So we're using my tilt here, okay? So my graphics will be up here and my controllers will be down here, all right? Now, so the developers had to build this game to take advantage of these specialty features, okay, all right? So another example of an application that's taking advantage is this thing called ViewQ, which is pretty similar to YouTube, but it was actually built by Kyocera to take advantage of this dual screen. So let's take, I'm gonna play this Volkswagen ad, all right? So now what will happen is the Volkswagen ad will come up here, and while the Volkswagen ad is playing, you know, many of you may have seen the Star Wars Volkswagen in the Super Bowl yesterday. Oh, I want to see that again. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to I set that up here, I'm sorry. I'm actually going to queue it up over here. So now I can actually queue up my, and I can actually have up to 4 of these and queue them up here, okay? So I can have another thing and queue it up here, right? But now, if I want to say, no, I really don't want that one, I just hold it down and I can delete it, okay? So now I can have multiple control. I can have control of my, what's playing in here from my YouTube perspective, and I can queue that up. Another example of, taking advantage of the multi-screen approach. Okay. Another example of taking the multi-screen approach is navigation. Okay. So here, I have my specific where I'm at, but I can also have my, control directions up here too, right? So a lot of times when you use a navigation app, you have to have in one screen input something and then get your directions, but then you want to flip to your actual map navigation, you got to, flip to it and you lose that. But here again, you have both aspects of that. I have my map, but I can also have my turn-by-turn directions as well up here as well, okay? So again, multiple examples of, again, how you can use the multi-touch approach aspect here, okay? So this is Nathan with Sprint, and I wanted to say thank you for letting me show you the new Kyocera Echo from Sprint. Again, the first multitasking dual screen phone in the world, and exclusively available early in the springtime.